Well, I'm back. Yeah, that's right. Fuck. These are dark days, obviously. Just navigating the post-American landmass like a malnourished and demoralized vampire. In addition to going to the mall every day, Fashion Square and Paradise Valley Mall, buying retro 90s apparel and accessories, and meditatively watching old TV shows as a crude, pathetic form of mental time travel. Got knee-deep into a game of Kid Icarus. That's right, connecting with my pagan roots. It might seem a little absurd, but this video game, Kid Icarus, was one of the things which got me interested in ancient Greek and Roman mythology as a kid. And that, of course, ultimately paved the way for me to question, well, a lot of things, if you know what I mean. The original Clash of the Titans and Delaire's book of Greek myths were also influences back then of mine. And so I played this recently, just trying to get into a meditative state. I hadn't beat the game since the late 1980s or so, maybe early 90s. So I played it, and I got almost all the way to the end a couple weeks ago, and then somehow my save got erased. So that was a real boner killer. I had to start over at the beginning and was too busy with other crap to play anymore. So my rendezvous with Palutena, goddess of light, was not to be. Typical, just my luck. Anyway, let's get down to business here. Send me a goddamn Bitcoin so I can build a flying saucer and escape this planet. Clown World. I swear, all these shitty live streams and podcasts, they have people throwing money at like just this basic bitch reactionary political commentary. I mean, some of it's okay, but I mean, come on, they're sending these like $50, $100 super chats to these people. Meanwhile, I've been giving you the good stuff for years and years. And you know, these MFs, they can't take you where I can. They can't bring you out into the ether. Yeah, just look. Stare into it, the ether, right? Yeah, that's where I can take you. I always get these lengthy emails from fans or whatever, people who claim to be influenced by something I wrote, and they want to bounce their insane ideas off me, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Just send me money. I think Shanley and Tariq Nasheed have the right idea here. Tangibles 2020. Send me a goddamn Bitcoin. Or else, if you don't use Bitcoin, just buy some of my books. Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's all I ask. Promote my shit on social media. As the great Dr. Evil would say, throw me a frickin' bone here. Okay, so Andrew Yang. I've written 3 articles now promoting Yang for president. The last one was maybe like a month ago. I'm just going to give my honest thoughts on Andrew Yang. So, one huge red flag right off the bat is his slogan, Humanity First. Anyone with a slogan like that is setting themselves up for extreme disappointment. Just take it from someone who's worked retail. But, more importantly, $1,000 a month. Yeah, $1,000 a month. Neat bucks. That's what Andrew Yang is offering, and that alone is reason enough to vote for him. A lot of people say that's unrealistic, or that it's absurd for the government to be paying people. But if you look at how many trillions of dollars the government just completely flushes down the toilet on foreign aid and subsidies and all kinds of other BS programs. I think recently we gave $3.5 billion to Israel. That could have been a check for $35 to 100 million Americans. So once you start looking at government policies this way and programs, you start thinking, just cut out the middleman and unrelated third parties and these things which are supposed to indirectly benefit you somehow, and instead just tell them, make out the check directly to us. And of course, there's Andrew's proposal for the American Mall Act, which is to revitalize these malls and repurpose these establishments, and I'm of course all for that, obviously being a person who has spent the better part of his life creeping around in malls. And even Andrew's proposal to ban robocalls, I think that even if he were to achieve nothing else that he's promising, just banning robocalls and cracking down on some of these BS scams and just these other pests, just breaking into to scam world a little bit and giving us a little break. I'm all for that. One thing about Yang is that he represents a kind of dystopian candidate with his focus on robotics and advocacy of a kind of technologically advanced, retro-futuristic Neverland society where kids can vote. He's proposed lowering the voting age to 16. And the logic he used was that since a lot of high school kids are bright and work and they pay taxes, they should have a say in how society is run, and he basically has faith in their judgment. Now, it would be interesting to see Yang use this same line of reasoning for lowering the age of consent. Now, that would be a bold policy position, a real game changer. I'm just saying. Now, I personally wouldn't mind living in Yang's Neverland, where everyone lives in futuristic tree houses and fucks their holographic GFs while robots do all the work. It may not be the future you chose, but it's definitely the one I'm going to choose. Vote Yang 2020. Thanks again for watching, and remember, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.